In the first two viruses, the quarantine was for everyone was 21 days, which is a long time. Businesses have a difficult time to survive with 21-day quarantine. Then it got reduced to 14 days, and now we're able to get it reduced to 7 days for Hong Kong. The thing was that when the virus was taking off everywhere in the world, the virus during the Alpha Delta time, everyone in the world was trying to suppress the virus, and telling people to get vaccinated, because at the beginning, many countries, no one knew what it was, but they knew vaccination was really the way forward. But many people, of course, didn't want to get vaccinated. China, on the other hand, came up with a slogan, which was dynamic zero. Dynamic zero didn't mean to get down to zero. It means as soon as the virus comes out, you suppress it, same as everywhere else in the world was doing. The problem was it became a political thing between West and the East. They were suppressing, we were doing dynamic zero. Same thing. But in the end, of course, Omicron came and people were getting vaccinated. Those people that were not vaccinated, maybe if they caught it, many of them died. And especially the elderly did not get vaccinated in Hong Kong. But what happens with the vaccine everywhere, if you look at around the world, same with the infection, same virus. And so what happens is after you suppress it enough, and after enough people get sick or catch it, and if the vaccination rate goes up, then it starts to peak. And it's happened everywhere in the world. But enough people have to be vaccinated and infected. Hong Kong, I think, maybe 4.5 million people have been infected, and now our vaccination rate in Hong Kong is 92% for the first vaccine, 85 or 86% for the second vaccine, and the third vaccine is also around 60%. So, I mean, we're getting pretty well vaccinated, and enough people have caught it. Unfortunately, because of the care homes, many of the elderly did not get vaccinated, and they caught it. And we have over 1,000 care homes in Hong Kong, and many people died. Because if you have a pre-existing condition, there's a good chance, even though it's not a strong disease, but if you have pre-existing conditions, then it'll affect you very badly, and they couldn't survive. Also, the flights, 9 countries were banned from coming to Hong Kong. And then the government, again, I was pushing the government to open up. And, and because when the 9 countries were banned from coming to Hong Kong, their infection rate was higher than Hong Kong. But now our infection rate is higher than them. There's no reason to keep it banned. But the thing was, we really saw the dependence on China during this virus, because the hospital beds were not enough. Hospital authority, the public hospitals, which we used to pride ourselves, we thought was the best thing, absolutely now was overrun, and people couldn't get to it. They needed to get to the hospital. Say old people, there was just no beds for them. Even in one case, originally a mother and an 11-month-old daughter were separated from the hospital. That caused headlines around the world and was very damaging to Hong Kong. But so I think that we now can see the light at the end of the tunnel. As it comes down, I think by the end of April, we should be, if everything's okay, in single digits, maybe a few hundred cases. So people have more confidence now. They can go out, they feel they're vaccinated. So there's a different mood in Hong Kong. And the border with the mainland will hopefully be open in the 4th quarter. And international, I'm hoping maybe even before. So people who have left Hong Kong, because many people were talking about leaving, and they did, and the media reported many people going to the UK or going to Canada or other countries, Australia. I've been through this before. I've said this. Many people leave, but then they go to the foreign country. It's not really what they had in mind. They felt much more comfortable in Hong Kong. Once Hong Kong is open and no more quarantine, suddenly you get people starting to come back again. I've seen it happen in 1997. Many people left during 97, during 98, 99. Many people moved back to Hong Kong. And I believe the last half of this year should be very, very good business-wise, because it's what they call revenge spending. People just generally are tired of sitting home every night, having dinner at home because you can't go out, there's nothing opened. And so people get tired of cooking at home or dining in from a takeaway. And I think that we'll be back going out and getting back to a life that we all know. Well, I think that for the small and medium-sized enterprise, many have closed down because they can't survive, So there's a lot of empty space. If you walk around Hong Kong, you can see many shops with signs to let, And I think now, once the economy starts to come back again, you'll see many new businesses opening up, many new restaurants, clubs, bars, gyms, everything that's closed. Hong Kong will get back to normal. For those smaller businesses, they now have the employment subsidy scheme, which the government has just announced that they will give to every business, that was closed down, and that will help a lot. I believe as well, concessions from rents from landlords, again, because a landlord needs a tenant. You have a space, they have to be alive, they've got to be able to do everything. And so I believe that going forward, once the virus is under control, which is getting there, business will be very good the last 6 months. And once the borders open again and tourists start coming back again, there'll be a lot of spending power with the 10,000 voucher that the government has given out, $10,000 Hong Kong dollar voucher. I think that's, again, very, very important. Again, people feel rich. They have money in their pocket. Some will spend it on food, some will spend it on other items, but the economy will bounce back again. And the economy is like a snowball. As it rolls down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger, and it'll grow exponentially. And so I think I look forward to the last 6 months of this year.